Hello, good day everyone, and welcome to another video discussion. This is in connection to your request that I video my discussion in regression so that you will have a copy and you will have the choice to review this video discussion at any time because this video discussion will be part of your midterm examination. Okay, so this is just an additional topic for regression. I will not be explaining the full scope of regression because we have limited time, and I only focus on the details that will be included during your midterm exam on Thursday or on Friday. Okay. So let's start with regression. The term regression was first introduced by Francis Galton. This is him. So in his famous paper, Galton found that although there was a tendency for tall parents to have tall children and for short parents to have short children, the average height of children born with parents of a given height tended to move or regress toward the average height in the population as a whole. So what does this mean? So Galton found that even if the parents is tall, it doesn't necessarily suggest that the children is tall also. Di porke tag-as ang iyang ginikanan, tag-as po ng anak. Or di gani, kung mubo ang ginikanan, mubo po ng anak. But what he noticed is the height of the children regressed towards the average height of the population. So, hindi siya, kung matangkad ang parents, matangkad din ang bata. Hindi, dili ato ang nahitabo in based on the paper that he written. So, in other words, the height of the children of unusually tall or unusually short parents tend to move toward the average height of the population. So, na a regression. Okay? That's because of his study of Francis Galton, regression was born. Okay? So, aside from Francis Galton, his friend Carl Pearson collected more than 1,000 records of heights of members of family groups, and he found that the average height of sons of a group of tall fathers was less than their father's height. Diba? So, yung mga matataas daw na mga papa, mga amahan, ang ilang anak, mas lesser ang height kuno. And ang average kuno na height ng mga anak, ng mga mubo lang na father, ay mas taas sila sa ilahang father. So, thus regressing tall and short sons alike. So, na ay regression na nahitabo in the height based on the 1,000 of records of heights that Carl Pearson has collected. Okay? Outgoing. So, Francis Galton was the first who used the term regression. He was the first to introduce that, and then Carl Pearson backed up that study by Francis Galton. So, regression analysis, the modern interpretation of regression is concerned with the study of the dependence of one variable, which is the dependent variable, on one or more other variables, which is the explanatory variables, with a view to estimating or predicting the mean or average value of the former in terms of the known or fixed values of the latter. So, hinahinaya nato, no? Regression analysis, study of the dependence. Kung unsa pag-depend, what is the dependence of the dependent variable or the response variable to one or more explanatory or independent variables. Okay? So, kung ang correlation is between lang two variables, regression, it can be by one dependent and one or more explanatory or independent variables with a view to estimate and predict. So, ibig sabihin, dili lang ka, unlike sa correlation na ato lang kitaon ang relationship, kung unsa ang strength, kung unsa ang direction sa linear association or relationship between quantitative variables. Diba, correlation to. In regression, dili lang ta mo based sa result na strong ang iyang correlation, within correlation, or ang regression, maka-estimate ta and maka-predict. Okay? Using the mean or average value of the dependent variables to the known or fixed sampling of the explanatory or independent variables. So in regression analysis, we study the dependence of the response variables to one or more explanatory variables with a view of estimating or predicting. Okay, NAI estimation and NAI prediction. In regression analysis, we are concerned with what is known as the statistical dependence among variables. Statistical. That's why I've discussed to you, we reviewed about different statistical terms, di ba? Kay, it's part of understanding and analyzing results in regression, and it's focusing more on the statistical dependence of variables. So, statistical relationship, we deal with random or stochastic variables. So I've already discussed about that also, ang mga variables, di ba? Mga random variables. So, ito nga akong i-discuss, there's nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio, but here, in regression, variables that have probability distributions. So, in a shorter explanation, dili siya qualitative. So, mga quantitative na random or stochastic variables. So, interval, or ratio nga mga variables. Okay? So, mo ato ang gamiton for regression analysis. Not functional or deterministic variables, but random na mga variables that have probability distribution. So, preferably, you have discussed about the types of probability distribution, the characteristics, examples of those in your mathematical statistics or in your statistics, di ba? Previously. So, I'm hoping na naamo ato na-discuss ni siya. So, kato sila na variables na naay probability distribution na random or stochastic variables, mao ang atong ma-utilize in statistical relationships in regression analysis. Okay? There, it's focusing on the statistical dependence among variables. So, if we have a correlation na ato'y linear, di ba, nga line, naapod sa regression. So, the regression line predicts the value for the response variable y as the straight line function of the value x, the explanatory variable. Again, take note of this. X is the explanatory or the independent. And then y, ang y-axis, that's the response variable or the dependent variables. Okay? Then, in regression, you call, if there's two variables, one dependent and one independent, or one response and one explanatory, it is called a bivariate. Okay? Bivariate. So, two variable regression is also called as bivariate. And then another topic included, another statement included in your exam is about prediction error. So I've mentioned this dati, di ba, na dili like 99.9%, di ba? Dili jud siya 100% in statistics na perfect yun ang result. There's always something na may 0.1, may something error, and that prediction errors for econometrics are called residuals. Okay? Prediction error are called residual, or if many prediction errors are called residuals. This one, we will be discussing furthermore of this topic later on in our discussion, but this is included, and this is the statement. The method of ordinary least squares is attributed to Carl Friedrich Gauss, a German mathematician. Okay? So, siya yun. Siya yung nagpasimuno. Siya ang nag-start. If si Francis Galton si regression, si Carl Friedrich Gauss, ang German mathematician, ang nag-start with method of ordinary least squares. Correlation and regression both are appropriate when the relationship between two quantitative variables can be approximated by a straight line, okay? And they're always using quantitative variables for correlation and regression. Always take note of that. Both are appropriate when the relationship between two quantitative variables can be approximated by a straight line. And then this is the formula for z-score. Make sure to remember this. Observed value minus mean of all x divided by standard deviation all x. Take note of this, ha? And this is included also in the midterm exam. Z-score. So that's it. Good luck in your midterm examination. I hope everyone will pass. Okay? Thank you very much and see you in the midterm.